What's up, guys? Welcome back to Maverick's Point of View. So, today I'm going to make a quick video that's going to update you guys on what might happen this week with gold. So, we're entering a new week. It's March 8th today. We got a new spring time change, all that stuff. Iran bombings and everything crazy has been going on, but the charts have been falling consistently with what the charts always do. Now, this is not the one because this is the one I was using for the free course, the free mini course, which I am uploading like 4 videos between today and tomorrow. So please, 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 if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're looking at these charts and you're confused, just go to that course. It's called free mini course, literally. The playlist is on my page. So go there, get that info. Now, let's go to the one I use for you guys. All right, so last week was pretty crazy. We had a lot of back and forth movement, but nothing surprised us. The markets did almost exactly what we wanted to do, but the moves are still good. The moves are still relevant. So I'm gonna go to within this little time box. We'll go to 12 hour. This is what we were looking for. However, I also marked this up ahead of time so you guys would know. So basically, buyers took us all the way up here. This is a daily level. Let me write that down. All right, normally you'd be able to write on it, but it's not letting me, so I'm gonna write it over here. Daily level. All right. So I'm writing this down so you guys know. This was from the daily. If you guys look back. So this was the, matter of fact, let me put it over here so it doesn't get away. This was the end of this day and this day, right? So that's the same week when that sharp drop came and sellers came in and kicked in. So I used that as our really good median level point to kind of show us where this whole real zone is. If you really write it up, if you mark it up, this would be the whole zone. All right, it would look like that. I was just doing it to keep it simple for you guys, so that's why I didn't do the whole zone. Boom. So back to the 12 hour, we've got our daily level. I knew it was going to come at least here. I wanted it to do this, but like I said, the market doesn't do what you want. The market does what it does, and you have to adjust to it. So please, again, if you don't know what's going on, look at the free mini course. That's why it's there for you guys to basically follow along with me and actually know what you're looking at when it comes to this. I'm teaching you guys how to trade for free. Like, you're welcome. Anyway, so yeah, the market opened Sunday, did this, and rose, boom. It rose 13,000 points, so we got 13,000 points. When this fail came in, I figured this move was going to happen, so I got out, thankfully, because that's what I do. Then this move confirmed. Sellers kicked back in, and they were already strong here, as you guys saw over here. So this is sellers territory. That's all we're talking about. This whole area right here, sellers territory. Between these two levels, sellers are heavy right here, trying to keep the market from going up, trying to keep buyers from getting more territory. So sellers kicked back in. Confirmation was this candle. So on this candle, if you wanted to sell, you could. I tried not to counter trend, but you know, hey, 22,000 points. You can't be mad at that if you guys did decide to do that. And the move was there. So I had it originally bouncing off here and going here, but it did that, and then it just continued along, like I said. So this whole move happened. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I didn't draw the rest of it because I wanted to see how this week would end. So basically, instead of doing the matrix here, it's doing it here. And I'll fix this now that I've showed you guys. Boom. So this is the move that happened. I'm going to erase them. All right. This zone quickly got irrelevant, so we're going to delete that. Boom. So now we're working with this. So this is what we're looking for going into the next week. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm about to go out with my wife. Y'all know Sundays I like to go out with my family, spend time with my family. So I'm going to get rid of this. Now, it's better to look at it on a daily perspective. As you guys see, I drew the zone here just so I can get the end. Literally, that's where this ended up. Buyers kicked back in literally at the tip of this zone right here where they were before. This was their territory, and they kicked back in. Sellers tried really, really hard. That's what this wick was about, right? If you guys are following the mini course, you'll see. That's what wicks are about. When you see a big wick, that means it's the other team trying to take over, trying to come back. So we saw this big wick here. The buyers, the white team, they're trying to come back in, take control. They did for a little bit. Sellers came back in. Sellers took control. They couldn't get past this zone. So this territory is where buyers are like, hey, no, this is our line of defense. We're staying here for now. And as you've seen, the week ended. This is Friday. The week ended with buyers moving towards this level, going back up. So if you look at it, buyers look like they have the momentum right now. On a weekly, this is where we're at. So Truth be told, we might see some Matrix action, but I'm gonna bet that we're gonna get a continuation going up. So that's what I'm gonna plan for. So what I'm gonna look for this week, this simple, is that's the one move. Remember, I'm pretty much always gonna do 3 moves for y'all. And all right, so like I said, I'm pretty much gonna do 3 moves for y'all when I do these markups, just so y'all can see what I'm feeling like is the best 3 moves for the week. We really just want to identify the main 3 moves for the week so that we can execute from there. So I'm gonna delete this because this didn't happen. So 1 move, 2 move, 3 move. That's what I'm looking at. It might not be perfect, but that's what I'm looking for. And if I don't see it move like that, I'll usually just wait till we get some better confirmation. You know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, if the daily locks in up here above, what level is this? 5210. We're going to get that continuation to go up to at least this level right here. This pocket, right? Basically, this territory where sellers took over, that's what we're going to aim for if we lock in above here. Meaning if we see one of these white candles, white team, end the day, end Monday at 6 p.m. above this level. This, like I said, I got an alert there. 5209, whatever the case may be, 5211, same thing. If we see it end up here, we're going to look to go up here. If we see it end up below here, if we see it end up below 5062, then we're going to look for it to go down here. That's why I have this one. Now, if we don't see it pass any of these significantly for the day, either going this way and sellers take over or going this way and buyers take over, then we're going to look for this matrix to happen, and then we're just going to wait, right? Well, like, you guys can trade within the matrix if you want to. I prefer to just wait and chill, because in the matrix is where you lose trades unnecessarily. Your mind starts talking to you. Your mind starts trying to trick you. Personally, I move not to trade during the matrix. I don't like it. I avoid it. I stay out of it. This back and forth movement. If I don't see it break this level or break down here, I'm not going to do anything. Meaning, if I don't see buyers take over up here and get past this level, or if I don't see sellers take over here and get past this level, I'm going to wait and be patient. When you try to rush this, that's when you start losing and taking unnecessary losses, because you're going into retail trading territory, right? Retail traders trade in the matrix. When you have to go down to lower time frames just to see where the market is, that's when you're just looking too hard. I feel like it is just is what it is. If you want to keep it simple, this page is about keeping it simple, teaching you guys how to simply find opportunity and stay out of the mess, stay out of the matrix. Just stay out of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? If you play in there and you dabble in there, you get what you get. There's nothing else to really be said about that. So once again, just to recap, buyers locking in above 5211, sellers locking in below the safe territory would be 5056. You could also look over here right below the zone at 5079. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at for the week. So we'll wait for one of those moves to happen, and then we will take action from there. Don't rush the process. Don't rush this. Trading is not about getting rich quick. A lot of people are promoting it like it is, and it's not. Trading is about consistently making compound growth, consistently getting in and out of the markets, being able to slowly build your account or aggressively build your account. Once you're locked in mentally and once you have the experience, you can aggressively trade the same way, just maybe more resources, maybe more capital on a trade. Maybe you usually will trade a 0.05 and now you're going to try a 0.10, you know what I'm saying, or 0.50, whatever the case may be. That's your prerogative. The point is, don't rush the game. You don't need to rush the game. The money and opportunity is always here for you. As long as you're paying attention to it, the money opportunity is always here. Don't let anybody fool you. You don't need to go to lower time frames. I'm not going to teach that, because that's, in my opinion, that's the wrong way to trade. That's why I was in Traders Prison, because I was trading those smaller time frames. But it's much simpler. The game is much simpler when you're trading like this. It's the same thing. It's just much simpler to look at. So less tricks. And we want to stay away from the tricks. The banks trade this way, so I'm going to trade this way. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to Maverick's Point of View. This has been Gold. It's 3/8/2026. Let's see what happens. I know a good week's going to come up. I'm planning for it. I'm moving for it. Not hoping for it. I'm working for it. Peace, y'all.